Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which stocks and shares ISA platforms are worth considering in 2026, including when it makes sense to use them, what the actual fees are, and exactly which platforms I personally use with my own money. I've personally tried all of the platforms I'll be talking about today, so I can give you a real look at them and let you know what to expect. So these are all the best stocks and shares ISAs in 2026. I'll walk you through everything from low-fee DIY options to fully managed simple ISAs. As always, before we get into the video, please take a second to give the video a like. It really helps out the channel and I really appreciate it. And if you do want to stick around and see more investing content from me, then be sure to subscribe down here. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Now let's get into it. Firstly, what is a stocks and shares ISA? So a stocks and shares ISA is one of the best ways to invest your money tax-free if you live in the UK. Any growth, dividends or returns inside the ISA are not taxed. Each tax year you can invest up to £20,000 in your ISAs. All of the platforms that I'm going to talk about in this video are FSCS protected up to £85,000. So that way you know that your money has that extra level of security whilst it's invested. In this video I'll cover DIY investing platforms where you manage the investments yourself and managed platforms where the platform does the management for you. Let's start with the DIY investing platforms first, because these are the ones I personally use the most and use for most of my investments. These allow you to choose exactly which funds, shares and ETFs you want. They also often have the widest variety of investment choices, so that's great if you want that for your portfolio. The first DIY stocks and shares ISA is from Trading 212. It's one of the most cost-effective options available. There's no platform fee and there's no fees to buy and sell investments. You do need to be aware, however, that all funds do charge their own fees. This is standard, and the key is to pick low-cost funds so that the fees don't detract from your potential long-term growth. Trading 212 have a really wide choice of investments, including over 13,000 global stocks and ETFs. The only extra thing to be aware of is that if you're investing in overseas assets, then you will be charged currency conversion fees. This is standard across most platforms. Trading 212 also allow you to invest in fractional shares, so that means that you can start with as little as £1. They have ready-made portfolios called pies, which can be helpful if you're looking for ideas on building a portfolio. Here's a practical example of fund charges for some popular funds. The Vanguard S&P 500 Index Fund charges 0.07%. The Vanguard FTSE All World Fund charges 0.19%. This just gives you an idea of what to expect when you're investing in index funds with Trading 212. Deposits are instant and withdrawals are very quick in my experience. If you do decide to go for this one, then you can use my link in the description box and that will get you a free fractional share worth up to £100. To get the free share, all you need to do is deposit £1. I have upcoming videos where I'll go deeper into the best ETFs and index funds to invest in 2026, so that will be helpful if you're looking for investment ideas for Trading 212 or any other platform. Next is XTB, which is another strong DIY option for 2026. Like all of the accounts I'll talk about today, I've tried this platform myself and it's one that I recommend. XTB is really flexible and it also guides you through the process, which is great if you're newer to investing. You can start off with a demo account so you can try it out before investing real money. The platform also asks questions about your comfort level and investment knowledge, and they focus on making sure you understand the risks involved. XTB is FCA regulated and FSCS protected, so your money is protected. Also, at the moment, you can earn around 6% interest on any uninvested cash. This is calculated daily and paid monthly. There's no fee to open and maintain an account. Deposits and withdrawals are free and there's no minimum deposit, so you can start with as little as a penny. You can buy and sell stocks and ETFs for free each month, as long as the total buying and selling in your account stays lower than €100,000. Above that, there is a small fee of 0.2% and this has a £10 minimum. So unless you're buying and selling more than €100,000 a month, then those buys and sells will be free. There's a 0.5% currency conversion fee if you're investing outside of pounds. As I said earlier, this is pretty standard across investing platforms. You can choose from over 1,600 ETFs and set up an investment plan. You can choose the funds you want. For example, you can invest in the S&P 500 for a fund charge of 0.05%. You can invest through one-off top-ups or a regular standing order through your bank. The minimum for this is £15. Auto invest works by standing order, so for example, £100 per month would be invested according to your plan. And if you decide to open this one, then you can get a free stock if you use my code Fran when you sign up. So if you're going to open this one anyway, then you might as well get a free stock using my code. So that's the XTB Cash ISA. I like it because it's really flexible and it really guides you through the process. That's what makes it one of my top choices for a DIY platform in 2026. The next DIY platform is Hargreaves, which is one of my long-time favourites. I first started investing with Hargreaves many years ago and I still use it today. The platform fee for this one is now 0.35% per year. So this is charged at 0.35% of your portfolio value. In terms of dealing fees, you do now pay £6.95 to buy and sell ETFs or shares. There is also now a small charge for manual fund deals. But one thing I really like, and it's what I do myself, is investing monthly by direct debit. If you invest in funds through a monthly direct debit, then HL still does not charge an extra dealing fee for this. So basically, it's still free to invest in funds monthly by direct debit. It can be a cost-effective way to invest consistently over time. So you can set up automatic monthly investing, so that makes it really easy once you've decided on your funds. There are over 3,000 funds available, so there's lots of choice. That's one of the main reasons I first started investing with HL, was because of the choice. They also have the Wealth Shortlist, where HL investment professionals choose their favourite funds. You can also filter this to only show low-cost index, passive funds, so that could give you some ideas. There are also lots of resources on the website, so even if you're not investing with HL, you might find it useful to check out their fund fact sheets. That can give you lots of background info on a fund that you're interested in investing in. The minimum investment is £100 as a lump sum, or £25 per month if you're doing the monthly investing. And like I said, I've been doing the monthly investing by direct debit for many years, and it is quite simple to use. You just choose the funds that you want to invest in each month. You can change it every month, but if you don't change it, it will just go ahead and keep investing you into the same funds that you've chosen every month. So that's all about Hargreaves Lansdowne. I think it's a good option, particularly if you're looking for a well-established platform and you want something simple. There are cheaper options out there, of course, but this might be something that you're looking for. Now, if you want a hands-off managed approach, then these Stocks and Shares ISAs could be perfect for you. They take care of buying, rebalancing, and allocating your investments for you. First is the Stocks and Shares ISA from Moneybox. Moneybox is a great option if you want a hands-off managed approach, but still want some flexibility to make changes if you like. I've personally invested with Moneybox too, so I can tell you what it's like day to day. The platform charges 0.45% on your portfolio each year, plus a £1 monthly subscription. Fund charges vary depending on which portfolio you choose, but I've checked and all of the portfolios contain low-cost index funds and ETFs. So this means that your overall costs will stay reasonable. For example, a typical balanced portfolio has an average fund cost of around 0.17%, and this is similar to other managed options. So Moneybox offer 3 ready-made portfolio options. These are cautious, balanced, and adventurous. The adventurous portfolio has mostly global shares with a small allocation to corporate bonds. You can choose one based on your investing comfort level, and if you wanted to, you can choose switch allocations and switch which funds you're investing in as well. I personally like this because it gives you some flexibility but still keeps it simple. So it can be as flexible as you want it to be. Like, I personally chose the adventurous portfolio and I didn't end up switching any of the allocations or the fund choices, but I liked that I could have done if I'd wanted to, but actually I just ended up being happy with them. Deposits are instant, so your money goes straight into your ISA. Withdrawals take a few days while your investments are sold, which is standard for managed platforms. You can also set up monthly contributions by direct debit, and those are automatically invested into your portfolio. For example, a £100 monthly contribution will be automatically allocated across your portfolio once it arrives. Overall, Moneybox is perfect if you want a managed, low-maintenance approach to investing, with the reassurance that all of the portfolios contain low-cost funds, and your money is protected, but you still have the flexibility to make adjustments if you like. The final Stocks and Shares ISA is from Wealthify. Wealthify is another managed platform, ideal if you want a hands-off approach, and it's especially good for beginners. I personally use and recommend this one because it lets you invest without having to worry day-to-day about your portfolio. The platform charges 0.6% per year, which is higher than other platforms, but it does cover the day-to-day rebalancing and investing for you. I think this one can be particularly good if you're newer to investing. Practically, what rebalancing means is if your portfolio drifts from your chosen risk level because of market movements, then Wealthify will rebalance it for you to what you chose in the first place. For beginners, this is what hands-off really means. You don't have to keep checking or worrying about it yourself. And also, of course, you don't actually have to choose all of the investments yourself. You can just choose your risk level and then they'll choose the portfolio that fits your risk level. So you choose your risk level from cautious to adventurous, or you can choose ethical if you want to focus on ESG funds. And like I said, once you've chosen your risk level, that's it really. It will show you the portfolio that fits your risk level. And like with Moneybox, I've checked and Wealthify portfolios do actually only contain low-cost funds. So even with the 0.6% platform fee, the underlying fund costs are reasonable. So this should mean that overall the fees don't impact too much on your potential for long-term growth. For example, the average fund cost for an adventurous portfolio is 0.17%, with roughly 80% in shares, 20% in bonds and other investments, and a small amount in cash. You can also invest monthly by direct debit. There's no extra fee for this. This makes it easy to invest consistently over time, like with the other platforms. For example, you could set up a £100 monthly direct debit, and then Wealthify will invest it according to your chosen portfolio. Overall, I think this platform is especially useful if you are looking for a truly hands-off managed experience. You choose your investing risk tolerance and your investing style, and then Wealthify will handle the buying, the selling, the rebalancing for you. It does have the highest fees of any of the stocks and shares ISAs that I've talked about today. You are paying a little bit more, but you do get a little bit more. So it depends what your priorities are really in terms of investing. If you don't mind doing DIY for no fees, or if you're prepared to pay a little bit to actually have a hands-off investing experience. So those are my picks for the best stocks and shares ISAs in 2026. We covered DIY platforms like Trading 212, XTB and Hargreaves Lansdowne, and managed platforms like Moneybox and Wealthify for a hands-off approach. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. If you do end up opening one of these stocks and shares ISAs, then please leave a comment below and let me know. Thank you for watching and see you next time.